Hello, this is Hannah Burks, and another form of resource that's available for me that I think will be very beneficial for my classroom is from Cornell Institute, and it's for biology teachers. And this site allows me to see different labs and activities that I can use with my students. It gives many different forms um, of lab practices. It allows you to choose different things like human health, inquiry, scientific method, insects, micro, middle school. Like it just gives a lot of different options on what you could teach and what you could learn. And one of them that I was looking more in depth on was the bouquet of flowers, since it's for high school students and it incorporates evolution as well as ecology and learning more about specific insects and plants and their interactions. It just seems like a well-suited one for a lab. And so it gives you different information. I downloaded the students version and um, it's really interesting. It goes through and it gives the information about pollination and different types of pollinators and just about them quite a bit. And then they answer questions and it gives a bunch of different forms of pollinators and gives more questions, and it allows students to have more of the lab format within the classroom, and it helps as a teacher to not have quite as many different things to have to work on within the lab, and then focusing more of my time on explaining in lecture, and then going and experimenting in lab without having to create all of this by myself. So I found that very interesting, and I can go through the questions and get rid of some that might be a little too difficult for learning, or I can take them off of my students who have autism or other forms of disorders that cause it to be too much stress for them to see that on their paper. And so there's different, this assignment would allow me to make accommodations and modifications as well as to just have um, nice resource to use for learning for their education. And these uh, this tool applies with the ISTE Standard 27B, which is using technology to design assessment of knowledge. And so I thought that by provoking labs with this detailed instruction, it should allow students to have a better understanding of the content and allows them to come up with questions um, and just form ideas and assessments and hypotheses. So I thought that it aligned really well with ISTE 27B, but also it aligns with the ISTE 26D standard, which is to model and nurture creativity and ideas and communicate thoughts regarding content. And I figured that this is very important and that we can allow communication if we allow them to work in groups, but to truly try to understand the content and discuss ways that they can learn. So, thanks for listening to my video on the pros of doing Cornell Institutes for biology teachers. Have a great day.